The Hitachi ZX210 is a smaller sized excavator with an operating weight of up to 22 tons. This model of it is unusual because it's not been made by one of the usual companies, it's in fact been made by Replicars, a Japanese company. The box has some technical information on the back and it also classes it as a 5 series machine. When you open the box up, the model is contained in an expanded polystyrene tray and there's a plastic former over the top. When you take that off, the model can be carefully lifted out, and when you do that, the only other packaging on it is some clear tape which is on the crawler tracks. Also included with the model is a small bag that contains 2 mirrors, and although there's no information, it's fairly easy to work out where these fit. The only assembly to do is to fit the 2 mirrors, and one of them hangs down from the grab rail outside the front of the cab, and it's a plastic part which you have to carefully fit into place. The other mirror goes on the opposite side of the excavator and it clips onto the handrail which goes up the steps to the top of the body. It's a little bit fiddly to fit, but once you've clipped it on you can slide it to the position that you want. Taking a view underneath, you can see that the track pads have bolt heads detailed, and there are also panels detailed on the underside of the body. The metal tracks are mounted on reasonable looking track frames with small graphics, but the rollers are non-functioning. The cab detailing is excellent with fine door and window frames and thin metal grab rails. And the cab interior is excellent with superb controls and a computer console. And it's good to see that the Hitachi name is printed on the seat back. The casting details on the body are good because the panels have handles and there are finely crafted grills. On the counterweight there's a rear view camera perched on the top and there's some detailed safety graphics. In fact, all of the graphics on the model are very crisp and sharp. Up on top of the body there is anti-slip surfacing and there are some fine rivet details. One aspect of this model which really sets it apart from others is the fine hydraulic detailing with silver connectors between the pipes and hoses. There's a detailed hydraulic pump with more excellent connections. And up on the boom individual pipes are modelled as well as hoses. It gets even better as some of the hoses have tiny springs around them to represent extra protection. The metal bucket is a good casting with some decent details around the bottom edge. The first feature to look at is the crawler tracks, and there's too much friction for them to roll on a smooth surface, although by hand they roll perfectly fine. And the tension is maintained by a spring in the track frames. If you try the crawler tracks on a surface with more grip, then they do roll reasonably well. The rotation of the body is very smooth without being too loose. And the model engineering of the boom, stick and bucket is also good. The cylinders are stiff enough to hold any pose you want to set, and the range of movement on the boomstick and the bucket is all very good. So, as you can see, it stretches out well, and it also digs down deep if you wish to put it up onto a stockpile, and replicates the real machine very well. And it's also good that you can fold it up small for transport on a low loader. Another possibility is that you could remove the bucket because these are bolted on, but you'd have to be careful not to chip the paint off. Another very nice feature is the opening engine cover, and there's even a very nice handle to allow you to do that. And it's nice to see a detailed engine, and in fact the other half of the cover is also removable, and really the engine is very well detailed. And when you're finished tuning up, it's easy enough just to put the covers back on. Another great feature is the opening cab door, which because it's plastic allows it to be finely detailed, and it's particularly good that there are no unsightly hinges. With the door open, that gives you a real good look inside the cab, and that's worth it because of the care that's been taken to model the interior accurately. This Hitachi model is really very good indeed. It's highly detailed and the features are interesting and work well. It's not the cheapest small excavator model, but in terms of the quality of what you get, it is outstanding.